You ever call a fella a pyong? You know what a pyong is? If you call a fella a pyong, you can't get away with it, you know, you might knock it down. But sort of vagabond, a mopper, will come in the bar and mop a drink, go to our next bar, mop our next drink, and move from place to place and get everybody, become a nuisance to everybody then. Call him a pyong. Well, so that quiet fella, he never make no trouble, he just want a drink. And I thought, come and stand up around and get a drink and give it to him. Or they don't give it to him and he move to our next bar. He's a pyong. Beggar, kind of one thing like that. Well, my father was a pyong. But he wasn't a pyong moving from bar to bar. The word is actually a peon. And there's a system called a system of peonage, where these unskilled laborers would like move from estate to estate in the countryside, and whoever hires them will give them a house to live in with the family in exchange for the labor that they give in the fields, in the cocoa fields and things like that. So that's what my father was. So we were always moving from estate to estate, 7 kids and 2 parents, and living from one house to the other. But we used to enjoy it. This became a very, very important part of our lives. As a matter of fact, it was like our environmental kind of construct, making us what we are, and developing a certain kind of security living in that kind of situation in the country. What kind of entertainment we had? We went to elementary school, we come home for breakfast, we go back home, go back to school, right? Then, what do we have? What kind of entertainment? We go into the cocoa fields and we help the father pick the cocoa, suck the beans, dry them out, and then dance them. Jump in the rivers and learn to swim, catch some fish, that kind of thing. So it was a certain kind of security. We loved that security. We didn't know anything else. Then, one day, my brother, who was older than me, went to high school in San Fernando, Naparima College. Well, we miss him, of course, but he used to come home every day. But whenever he came home on the weekends, on weekends, on Saturday or Saturday evening, he would sit me down and he would start telling me stories. Stories, but not stories from a book. This man would talk to me like he actually see these things happen. He would see horses riding over a hill, people shooting gun, Indian getting killed. He would see warriors with sword fighting, falling over a cliff. He would see motorbike driving on the road cars, I don't know. And he would tell me these stories about these people and what they do, and if they rob a bank, and if they get caught by the police and things like that. Where does he see these things? I couldn't have any idea where he would see them. I mean, all I could imagine is he's sitting around somewhere in the country and he's looking at all these things going on there, but how he could see them so clearly and follow a story, I couldn't understand it. I really could not understand it. I was about what? About 8, 9 years old. But he was going to San Fernando. He would come back with these things that he saw and tell me the stories. I really had no idea what he was talking about. I mean, I listened to his story, I saw the kind of things he was describing, but I had no idea where he would see these things. Then one day, bam! He carried me to San Fernando. And he carried me in this huge building, pay, I think 6 cents or something for a ticket to go inside. I have no idea what you're going to see here. Carry me in this building. We sit down, a whole bunch of people, like a theater. Well, that's what I think about a theater now, right? You sit down in this building, big music playing, all kind of thing like this. Suddenly a fella close all the windows, the place get dark. I get scared now. He not telling me anything. All these things happen, and he just, me smiling, the kind of pussycat smile on his face. Then suddenly, right in front of me, this huge big sheet suddenly get pictures. People start to move, black and white people moving, talking to each other, all kind of thing like this, fighting, doing all kind of thing, fighting with sword, inside cave, in tunnels, all kind of thing. I mean, it was probably one of the most traumatic experiences I've ever had, but a pleasant experience, a pleasant trauma. That was my first experience at maybe 9 or 10 years old of what a movie or a film would look like. And as a result of that,
No, when we lived in the country before, and we were quite poor. I mean, that is sort of thing. I mean, one kind of poverty.
no, that particular experience, that traumatic experience, is responsible for a second kind of poverty. Because no, as a result of that, I have become an actor. I want to write films. I want to make films, and it have no money in it. So, I'm enjoying it whenever I can. But I have to say, I'm enjoying the second poverty too. Right?
My name is Errol Sitahal, and I am Grassroots.